Welcome to How to Complete Your Annual Troop Finance Report. My name is Mindy Famwick, and I am a Volunteer Experience Manager with Girl Scouts of Nassau County. This short and snappy is approximately 8 minutes long. Through this video, you will learn when and why you need to file your annual Troop Finance Report, what you will need to submit the report, and the steps on how to submit your annual Troop Finance Report. When and why you need to file your annual Troop Finance Report. Your annual Troop Finance Report needs to be submitted by July 31st, 2020. It is the responsibility of the troop leaders to see that this form is submitted every year to Girl Scouts of Nassau County and that a copy of this report is sent to your service unit treasurer. Please remember that your troop's bank account is a public record and must be presented if a troop parent or an official of Girl Scouts asks to see them. What you will need to submit your annual Troop Finance Report. In order for you to complete your annual Troop Finance Report, you should have the following information available: the names of the 3 required troop bank account signers. This is usually the leader, co-leader, and your service unit treasurer. Your bank statements, or a summary of your income and expenses for the troop from July 31st, 2019 through June 30th, 2020. And an electronic copy of your June 2020 bank statement. Accessing the Annual Troop Finance Report. The Annual Troop Finance Report can be found on the Girl Scouts of Nassau County webpage at gsnc.org under the Volunteers tab, and then in the Online Support for Volunteers section. If you cannot find the form on the face of the page, you can put in Annual Troop Finance Report into the search bar. Submitting the report. Once you have the fillable form on your desktop, you can begin filling in the fields. Please remember that this form does not have a save feature, so if you leave the page, any information you have entered will be lost. Let's begin. Click the drop-down to enter your service unit, which is your Girl Scout community. Enter in your troop number. Enter in your bank name. The branch and address are not necessary. Next, enter in the signers of your troop bank account. Signer 1 and 2 will traditionally be the leader and co-leader of the troop. If you have additional co-leaders, a troop cookie manager, or a parent who was added as a signer onto your troop account, please add them in the space for any other signers. Your service unit treasurer, who should also be a signer on your troop bank account, should be put in as signer 3. If your treasurer is not a signer, then you will need to contact your volunteer experience manager to assist you with getting them added onto your troop bank account. Income and expenses. Add up all your income for dues, Mags and Munchies proceeds, cookie proceeds, and any other miscellaneous income your troop has collected, such as troop money earnings or donations through the period of July 31st, 2019 through June 30th, 2020, and enter them into the spaces provided. If you do not have any income for a category, then simply indicate a 0 in that box. Then do the same for expenses your troop has incurred for awards and badges, snacks and food, troop trips, events, and program. Note any miscellaneous expenses your troop has made, such as donations, financial assistance to troop members, and other purchases in the boxes provided with an explanation. If you do not have any expenses for a category, then simply indicate a 0 in that box. If your troop used troop funds to renew the troop members' Girl Scout membership, make sure to check the box indicated. Then complete the requested information with the beginning and ending balances. Make sure to put your name, email address, and a preferred phone contact number should we need to reach out to you. Some things to remember. If your troop is planning on continuing to meet or participate in Girl Scout activities after you have submitted your annual troop finance report, any of these incomes or expenses will need to be recorded onto your next year's annual troop finance submission. If your troop has an ending balance of greater than $500, please indicate what your troop is planning on doing with these funds, such as a troop trip, special event or activity, paying or assisting with renewing of Girl Scout registration fees, or not collecting or reducing troop dues for the following year. Will your troop be continuing next year? If your troop is not planning on continuing, then you will need to reach out to your volunteer experience manager on what steps you will need to do to close out your troop bank account. The last step you will need to do before hitting submit is to attach a copy of your June 2020 bank statement. If you receive an electronic copy of your bank statement, all you will need to do is simply upload it. However, if you get a paper copy, then you will need to either scan or take a digital picture and then upload it. You will receive an email confirmation with a copy of your submission. Please forward this to your service unit treasurer. Thank you for viewing the short and snappy on how to complete your annual troop finance report and increasing your knowledge as a troop leader. If you have any questions or would like to suggest a short and snappy, please email us at training@gsnc.org.